Well, there was a rare double reason for the official opposition leader to smile that day. It's not every day a governing party MP jumps ship for an opposition seat. And Andrew Scheer got to welcome a Quebec by-election winner, Richard Martel, to the Conservative ranks. Conservative leader Andrew Scheer joins me here in the foyer along with his newest recruit, former Liberal, now Conservative, Aurora MP Leona Alleslev. Welcome to the show. Nice to have you both. I'll start with you, Leona. First of all, thanks for the shocker bombshell. But you know, you did say in your press conference the country is at stake, and I'm curious what you meant. What exactly did you raise with the Prime Minister that was greeted with silence that was so important to make you do this?
It's a combination of a number of things. Essentially, we're looking at a perfect storm. Challenges here at home, from tax reform to trade, and then, of course, an unprecedented global instability where we're watching international relationships and alliances under threat. So it wasn't just one thing, it was a number of things that came together.
Well, you tweeted just 2 months ago you were proud to be part of the team as we head into 2019. What exactly promised you to join the enemy?
I swore an oath to the country, and I'm very proud of the Prime Minister of our country. And so when a Prime Minister comes to visit the constituents that he serves, then you honor that. But I also serve the constituents and the country, and so it's my responsibility to determine whether or not I'm doing everything I can to serve them well. And since then, I've made a decision because I need to be part of a team of strong leadership with Andrew Scheer and the Conservatives.
Did you put your finger in the air and see which way the wind was blowing and figured it was going to go Conservative in 2019, so you might as well join the parade?
No, I'm here to do what I can while I'm elected to earn the salary that the taxpayer pays me. And I need to be able to look back and know that I did everything I could.
And you think the riding's going to accept this? Because sometimes they don't like floor crossers that don't consult with them through a by-election, say.
And that will be their decision in the next election, but between now and the next election, it's my job to serve them to the best of my ability, and then I will be judged and they'll decide whether I've done a job that they wanted me to do.
All right, let's bring in Andrew Scheer, the Conservative leader, day one in the House of Commons. This was a pretty deadly shot at the Liberals to get one of their own, a woman, a bilingual woman, one woman with an amazing CV. What did you think when you first heard that she was coming across?
Well, you know, when I heard that Leona had some serious reservations about the direction that the government was going in and their lack of attention to some of the very important things that are facing Canada, I thought to myself, let's find out a little bit about each other. Let's see where her priorities are, and I could tell right away that this is a very serious person. When you look at her CV, Don, I mean, captain in the RCAF, the Air Force, responsible for procurement, IBM, Bombardier, and when we had our first conversation, I could tell that she had given these things a lot of thought. So I was very pleased to see this, because our whole message for the last few years has been that many people voted Liberal in 2015 expecting something. More and more Canadians are realizing that the threats that are facing Canada are not being dealt with in serious fashion, and so obviously we're very thrilled to have her come join us as we prepare for the next election.
Well, I'm sure you're not going to tell me, but you kept looking in the camera saying anyone that's else is not happy, feel free to jump in, the water's warm, or words to that effect. Have you got others? Are you getting nibbles from others?
I hear from people literally every day who tell me that they were Liberal, that they voted Liberal, that they helped out on a previous Liberal campaign, and now they want to come to our party because they see that it's our policies that will actually see Canada through the very dangerous threats that are facing this country.
Maxime Bernier saw it differently. He left the party to form his own. How do you explain that Liberals seem to find the Conservatives inviting, and Conservatives are, well, certain types of Conservatives are leaving the party?
I think it's completely, you can't compare the two. Here we have stayed true to our Conservative principles, but what we have done is we have gone out to reach a broader audience of Canadians, to tell people who traditionally didn't look at our party and say, it's our party, it's our policies that will actually help people improve the quality of life so that the next generation is better off than today, so that everyone can get ahead in this country. The issue with Maxime was very clear. It was a personal decision based on personal ambitions. Leona is joining us as we head into the fight. 2019 is going to be a difficult election for everybody. There are no guarantees, but she sees in our party an opportunity to do what's right for this country.
The People's Party doesn't worry you at all. You're not lying awake at night thinking this guy could take some votes in key ridings.
I got to tell you, it's a little bit ironic. You've got someone who is going to install himself as leader, not have a leadership race, decide the policies for himself, pick his own candidates, but yet he's calling it the People's Party. And what I hear from people is those individuals who are concerned about illegal border crossings, who are concerned about high taxes, who want to see a government stand up for our history and our identity, are excited to be part of the Conservative Party because we've been the only ones that have been speaking out for those things.
Well, until he gets any more people, it's the person party, I guess. Well, I want to quickly get your thoughts. The Trans-Pacific Partnership's up for debate, but NAFTA is entering into a crucial phase. The Foreign Affairs Minister is going down tomorrow. You seem to be doing something new for an opposition leader, taking on the government on a treaty that's in negotiation final strokes, apparently. Don't you find that difficult to square? Shouldn't you all be standing together on this?
Not at all, because what we are doing is we're pointing out to Canadians how Justin Trudeau has allowed ourselves to be in this position. You talked about the TPP. We asked Justin Trudeau to recall Parliament so we could quickly fast-track that bill, so we could take advantage of some of the early mover benefits that come with ratifying it early. He failed to do that. That's weakened our position. But we've called on him to make Canada's economy more productive so that people want to invest in Canada. He's failed to do that. It's not just the United States that Justin Trudeau's had trouble with. If we look at Japan, Australia, China, India, our traditional allies around the world, we have a worse relationship with them. So we're pointing that out to Canadians. It would be a disservice to Canadians if the opposition did not hold it to account. It did not hold the government to account. That is our job. It is our constitutional role, and we'll always do it. When we go to Washington, when we speak to Americans, we don't want to have undermine our position at the negotiation table as a country. So we absolutely speak with one voice and promote the benefits of free and open trade. But it is our job to hold the government to account. When we find things like Mexico and the U.S. coming to a deal together behind Canada's back, that's not a good thing for Canada, and we'll definitely point that out.
All right. Well, congratulations on, I guess, making the change. Thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate this.
Thanks, Don.